guys, it's CJ from SmartKTab.com. We're at Samsung's booth at CES 2014, and right now we're looking at the Galaxy Tab Pro with a 12.2-inch display, and Chris is going to tell us more about it.
So the first big change you see is the new magazine UX. So this has all kinds of widgets on the home screen: music, calendar, Google, location, messages, news, all at the swipe of the finger.
These aren't even out. I mean, these are just not even. They're in development. Yeah.
Second major is, as you can see, it has a brand new 12.2-inch display, 2560 by 1600 super clear LCD.
Just came out yesterday.
App tray is located down here, brings up the apps as is on every other Samsung device. This home screen is fully customizable. You can add in different widgets, change the layout, add different home screens, track different home screens. Now, one of the biggest changes, this has a keyboard accessory. One of the biggest additions here is a brand new physical-like, oh, it's connected. Physical-like keyboard with full tab capabilities, caps lock keys, and also has the ability to control A, X, C, and V. So select all, cut, copy, and paste. First of its kind on any Android operating system.
So it's a lot like the Galaxy Note Pro 12.2 in terms of all the hardware and software. Of course, this one doesn't have the S Pen. Samsung didn't reveal pricing, but I'm guessing it's going to be cheaper since it comes sans S Pen. So let's go over it anyway in case you guys want to know more about this one in particular. We'll start up at the top over here. Let me pull it out. We have our 2-megapixel front-facing camera next to the Samsung logo. Below that, the 12.2-inch display with WQXGA resolution. That's 2560 by 1600. And then if you go down here with the 3 buttons, we have our physical home button over here, in between the task switcher and the back button, which are capacitive buttons. So if you move around the sides, we have our chrome look wrapping around the device. We have our SIM card slot. This is the LTE version, so it's running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processor. I believe the Wi-Fi version has Samsung's Exynos octa-core chipset. Moving on, we have our micro SD card slot right there for expanded storage. You have dual speakers on either side. You go along the top, you have your infrared port to control your TV. There's a volume up and down rocker and power button over there. 3.5mm headphone jack on the left side. Again, here's that other speaker for the dual speakers. We flip over to the back. We have our 8-megapixel camera with LED flash. And then you have the faux leather look with stitching all along the edges. This is the white model. We took a look at the black Note 12.2. So this is what white looks like. Let's continue on with the specs. We have 3 gigabytes of RAM. You have a 32 and 64 gigabyte storage configurations. Again, you can expand that with the micro SD card slot. 9,500 milliamp hour battery. And then you have Wi-Fi and 4G LTE versions. And then you have, for the weight, this one's 732 grams, so it's a little bit lighter than the Note, the Note Pro 12.2. It's the same thickness at 7.95 millimeters. So that does it for the hardware specs. We go into the software. You can see Samsung decided to enhance the magazine UX. Before you had to swipe up and you had a very limited software experience with the magazine UX. It basically only gave you news and access to maybe your email and productivity options like that. But now it's actually integrated with the system and you have access to everything. So all your apps, you have your weather, you have your email, you also have the news, calendar. For those of you who don't want this magazine UX, you can still have your standard Android home screen. You you can add a bunch of those if you want, as so. And you can go into your apps screen, add some apps, widgets. Same with this. But if you want to use the new magazine UX, it's pretty aesthetically pleasing. You can see there's no more empty space. Alright, so if you want to customize the magazine UX, let's go ahead and go into here and go into edit pages. Here you can change the layout there. You can add another home screen for the magazine UX. Let's go ahead and add some apps and widgets. So we have the gallery. You can resize it to fit the grid. I guess that's how big you can make it. Let's go back in here. Add something else about email. Same with that. Let's see if we can find some apps here. Let's see, frequently used apps. Let's put it over there. Oh, there we go. And you have all your apps right there. So again, this was the Galaxy Tab Pro with a 12.2-inch display. Again, very similar to the Galaxy Note Pro with 12.2-inch display, of course. There's no stylus here, no S Pen. So you're going to have to decide which tablet you want. But this was CJ from smartkdot.com at CES 2014.